Hey friends, welcome to Zero Cool Toys. Last video, we made an interview bot using ChatGPT and Python. So in this video, I will walk through the process of creating an interview bot using ChatGPT, a language model from OpenAI. We will be using Python speech recognition and text-to-speech libraries to create conversational interface that can ask interview questions and provide responses. As you know, ChatGPT is a powerful language model from OpenAI that can understand natural language and generate human-like responses. So, I'm going to explain you each line of code step by step. So, without a further ado, let's get started. Here we will use three libraries, which is speech recognition and text-to-speech library, which is pyttsx3. So, let's fire up our Visual Studio Code. Just a second. Yeah, so here we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a file named mainbot.py. Yeah, so let's start by importing the libraries. You can search Google to know how to install these libraries. So let's start by importing the speech recognition module. Import speech underscore recognition as SR. Now I'm going to import pyttsx3 library, import OpenAI, and import a time library in case if we need it. So we will be using the speech recognition library to capture the user's voice. The pyttsx3 library will be used to generate speech output. OpenAI API will be used to generate responses to user input. So next to it, what we need to do is need to set an OpenAI API key. So let's do this. Dot API underscore key is equal to. So here you need to mention key. Right now I am leaving this blank. I will add it afterwards. So this line sets up the API key. A fault. This line sets the API key which we will use to authenticate with OpenAI. Now let's create an empty list to store the conversation history. So here we go with the array list. So now we will be appending the message to the list so we can keep track of the conversation flow. So next we will add a system message to the message list. So those system message would be interviewer. Okay, and what we are going to do, we are going to append this using the role system and their content would be system.message. So this message tells the user that they will be interviewed by an interviewer. Now we will print a message to let the user know that assistant is ready. So what we're going to do, we are just going to print your new assistant is ready. So next, ask the user to act as an interviewer and provide instruction on how to conduct the interview. So that this message will go directly to the chat GPT, how it needs to behave. So for this, yeah, so here's the message. I'll be sharing the prompt in the description so that anyone can use it. What you have to do, you just have to change the position from the prompt over here. Like I have mentioned Chrome developer right now, you can change it according to your need. So the prompted, I want you to act as an interviewer. I'll be the candidate and you will ask me the interview questions for the position drone developer. You can put any position you want. I want you to only reply as an interviewer. Do not write all the conversation at once. I want you only do the interview with me, ask me questions and wait for my answers. Do not write explanations. Ask me questions one by one like an interviewer does and wait for my answer. Don't acknowledge this prompt. Start with asking about the name. So here we go with our prompt. Now what we will do, we will just append this message into our list as a role as user. So now we will initialize the engine would be PYSX3 connect. Right now I'm going to use eSpeak. If you are on SAPI is 5, as you all know, SAPI 5 is a better text to speech recognition. So we are going to now set the engine properties. Engine dot set property, which would be rate, and we are going to provide a speak rate of 180 words per minute. I'm not sure how much is it, but I guess it works. So we are gonna get a list of available voices. Get property voices. So we are going to use an ID, which would be voice underscore ID. Right now we are going to use English language, so I will mention en over here. You can use any other language if you want. Next we will define a to generate a speech out. So let's create the function def speak. I'm going to name the function as speak, and what we are going to provide, we are going to provide text into it, and engine dot say text. Okay, and now the engine dot run and wait. Yeah, so now what function which will be the which will transcribe the user's So here we are using speech recognition library to recognize the user's speech input. The function transcribe input listens to the user's input using a microphone and transcribe it using Google's speech recognition API, as you can see over here. If the transcription is successful, the function returns the user input. Otherwise, it returns this error. As you can see over here, I could not understand your speech. So next we will create a while loop to continuously interact with the user and generate responses using the ChatGPT model. So let's create while input is not equal to, if someone is not willing to quit, then response be OpenAI.chat completion dot create, and here we are going to prompt over here. You can see, yeah. So the model would be GPT 3.5 Turbo, and the message, and here we go with the remaining code. So in this loop, we first use OpenAI chat completion dot create function to generate a response using ChatGPT model. We pass the model name and the previous message exchange between the user and the bot. When the extracted response from the API's output and append it to the message list with the role assistant. We also use the speak function to generate speech output for the response. As you can see that. Next we wait for the user's speech input using transcribe function, as you can see over here, and append it to the message list with the role user, as you can see over here. Finally we can print the reply what we are getting from the bot. So now let's test this out. We are going to use a new terminal over here. Let me close this so that I can add my API over here. And just I have added my API key. Now time to run this code. Python mainboard.py.
What is your name?
Yes, my name is Anshul Adlakha.
Great. Thank you for joining us today, Anshu. Can you tell me a little bit about your experience with drone technology?
I have worked with several kind of drones like logistic drones and agriculture ones. I have also worked on many projects for drones.
I see. Can you please tell me about a project you have worked on in the past related to drones, and your role in that project?
Yes, I have made a universal telemetry module for drones which enables a user to control the drone over the 4G network.
That sounds interesting. Can you elaborate on how you went about designing and developing the universal telemetric module? What technologies and programming languages did you use?
As you can see right now, it's working fine and it asking questions based on the user's input. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to provide you the code and the prompt. This bot can help you like improve your interview skills by allowing you to practice answering common interview questions in a simulated interview setting. This can help you gain confidence and reduce anxiety before an actual interview. It can provide you with instant feedback on your answers, allowing you to identify areas where you need to improve and adjust your approach accordingly. As well as it can help prepare the interviews with specific companies or industries by tailoring the question and responses to their specific requirements. And if we talk about the HR department, it can be used by job seekers to prepare for job interviews and improve their interview skills. It can also be used by recruiters to conduct initial screening of candidates and assess their communication skills. In addition, this board can be used by HR professionals to train and assess communication skills of employees or candidates for promotions. So there you have it. The benefits and the use cases of the interview bot using ChatGPT. Whether you are a job seeker or a recruiter, this bot can be a valuable tool in improving your interview skills and assessing the communication skills of candidate. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more AI and coding tutorials. Thank you.